then play off of that as, again, we're going to see 3 Siphoning ones, a Pummelers on Scyther 12 with Heavy Impact Drakkar. That's going to be quite a threat along the edges. I'd argue, to some degree, even better than Julie. But, yeah, it's going to be interesting to see how both teams are going to play this out, because it's going to be a game of who's going to survive longer, I feel like.
Yeah, only Amy and Drakkar, basically different characters being seen right here. Unlike the last game, it could be a really be a Luna patch, but we'll see what happens here though. Approaching from the bottom here, Liari has Scyther 12 in the wings here though, can't get it through. Average Alex holds the line, gets it on through, gets a whammy to steal that barrier as well with a double strike there. Malum spending that big finish to get it on through, clears the ball. Fireys just simply steals it. No one could deal with that one there. Stunning with the misdirection there, but not good enough to hold the barrier. Scyther 12 finds the moment, but Fiery was already in the clutches of Lilybun. Could not get that Kazan on out of there and scores that first point here for the Legends.
Yeah, and that's what you're going to be looking for as well. You want to carry this momentum and essentially as well the energy that you're currently down a little bit on. So you do want to find these barriers quick, because again, if you're looking at overtime, the side of Bunn Bunn Bonanza, they just have the Juno, right? Juno in overtime is going to be so difficult to deal with, and even though Mloom is on a Finny, which does have a decent time defending into it, it's still not going to be easy in any way. So curious if the side of PP Legends can find themselves the advantage early and play off of those, or if it's going to be a little bit more of a slower game. As Bunn Bunn Bonanza has 3 flips now. Alex down to stagger, almost taken out, but I can imagine Scyther 12 just waiting for an opportunity to just shotgun him off the map.
Yeah, we're seeing it here, the chase down with that speed gate. Lilybun helping reposition Average Alex near the wall there. Spends their Vade, their final Evade. Now Scyther 12 gets their position, gets their chance, but now Average Alex is completely unstaggered. Lilybun and Liari getting the ball out of the bottom side here, though. Kind of gets on through, but Fiery finally gets the kill. Kazan's so good at confirming those kills, especially with the crooked leverage. Wins out on that interaction. Lilybun keeping that barrier up. Helps with the speed there. Malum sends on over the misdirect. Average Alex can't seem to maintain control of the ball here, though. Now Fiery is the one who's pretty weak, although they do sacrifice the last barrier there. Liari trying to keep control of this ball. It goes back into the big finish, hands it right on over to Fiery, who can redirect it with that crooked leverage after they had no strike. Like, that was a very awkward situation, but man, Fiery made the absolute best of it.
Yeah, most definitely, and that's a little bit of the downside. Lilybun opted to go for the momentum boots here, so no eject button means you can't jump back at that point, right? You had a really good save up top, jumping and getting that core, but Fiery just knows there's no way for Lily to get back in time to get that bottom core there, and just scores through it as the damage, again, continues to be found across the board. Scyther 12 on this Drakkar doing so much of it as well, as Fiery down to only 1 bar of HP now. Close to 1 of 8, doesn't have it. Scyther 12 trying to run up and position himself to get the goal in, but we'll see if they actually can get this barrier or not, because Loom also still has a flip defensively if he does need to use it.
Yeah, good call on that one there. I didn't actually notice that Lilybun had momentum boots. Definitely not a main deck pick on Amy for, I guess, a really long time. At some point, we did see it, but it's really been a eject button for a while. Scyther, man, damage, finds the kill there, spends everything to get it, and gets that point as well. Man, it feels so good when you're just like, I'm spending it all, and if we get it, I'm the champion. If not, well, I'll try again in 15 seconds. But Scyther's the champion.
Yeah, and you start to see a pattern in the way that people are playing this patch currently, and it's essentially like goalie midfield. You know, you guys just do your best, keep core away from our goal, make sure we don't lose barriers. Meanwhile, the brawlers just say, you know what, I'm gonna go kill a guy. I'm gonna just go out of there and make sure someone's not having a good time. Because this time around, you can see it with Fiery. Get Scyther 12 down to no HP, as both barriers do drop, and actually the KO being found on Average Alex there, surprisingly. Scyther 12 now running up and trying to get this pressure going and get this barrier, as just barely avoiding Fiery there as well, and now open net on both sides. So we'll see who's going to find this goal first, but the pressure is in favor of PP Legends. You do have a flip on Lilybun if she does need to use it. Liari also close of getting one for herself. So we'll see if those are going to be coming into play, or if Average Alex just gets taken out because Drakkar heavy impact. pummelers, you know, like it does its thing.
Yeah, we can see, man, how useful Kazan is, though, in that situation, having the extra long strike, being able to basically close that gap. And, man, average Alex wins out on that interaction. Lilybun deciding to hold the flip in that spot there, though. Thought they could probably win out and keep that resource. It's very valuable, especially when you're down, right? You kind of need those resources to get as much value as possible. But it's going to be average Alex winning out on that one. The Legends are going to be taking the first set here, though. Maloom, the goalie, grabbing their first awakening. What's it going to be? Getting the missile prop. Definitely is fitting in nicely with the I'm going to do as much damage as possible. I was going to say comp, but you know what? Patch. The patch is killing, guys. It's killing. Slav, what's going on with this patch? Why is it killing?
It's just killing because all like Maxwell's have gotten a hit in terms of viability. It's less prominent. Slicks are still not insanely good, and Siphoning Wands got buffed. So more often than not, you're gonna default to Siphoning Wands. So
who buffs Siphoning Wand as a sane human being?
Hey, I mean, you know, you gotta mix it up every once in a while. At a time, we had just defensive goalies, and now we have well, damage. Who would have guessed?
Not me. As everyone has died every literal point here, though. Both barriers open there. Gets it on through the triple team action. Bunn Bunn Bonanza makes it happen. And I gotta say, I feel like, honestly, I might be dumb for this because I'm not a NASL player, but I feel like you do less with momentum boots here, though. It feels like with eject button, you could do more killing, more offensive pressure, more stuff. I mean, I know people swear by it and swear against things like eject button, cake, smile, but like, it feels like for Amy, I guess I'm a noob. I guess I just don't feel the momentum boots doing as much as eject button would for this patch.
Yeah, I mean, I agree with you. I feel like the eject button would probably do a little bit more work for Lily because it's going to allow her to actually get the push, get that pressure up front as well. The cyber swipe's going to be a bit more difficult to use if you have the momentum boots. But in turn, you're just a lot more mobile flat out, right? You don't have like... With eject buttons, you have these little bursts of walking up front and being that extra pressure. With momentum boots, you can just constantly do that, you know? You can just constantly walk up, play around that midfield line, and use your cyber swipe maybe as a more of a repositioning ability as well, which is probably what's going to be going on here as well for Lilybun. So it has its upside and its downsides. I personally would prefer the eject button, but I mean, so far, Bunn Bunn Bonanzas are leading this set to 1, so it seems to be working for them.
Does seem to be doing a pretty solid job here, though. I obviously do not disagree with anything that you're saying at all, but I will say one other thing about that is we've never been more enticed to do damage, so we've never been more enticed to turn off those momentum boots just by getting damage dealt. So it could be... It's definitely like a push and pull here, though. Nice block with the triple take there from Maloom. Ends up spoiling that flip there, though. We do see Fiery quite low health. They might be able to get him on out of here. Although being just a menace here to Lilybun. Dealing damage as well. We have this 2v2 at the bottom side here, though. Average Alex and Maloom do end up surviving. The big finish is going to help Average Alex. Yeah, the boost, man. Not many characters, especially with only 2 awakenings, can really just get across the board. But Luna, as long as you know what you're doing, really can get across the board with base kit, and it's like it shows.
And it's difficult to defend against it because you're turning it into a guessing game. Like, am I gonna dash to the top of you, to the bottom of you, and if you guess wrong, I'm just gonna be there to punish it almost immediately, right? So well executed from the side of Average Alex there. As Bunn Bunn Bonanzas, they're actually roll swapping pretty effectively here. Scyther taking a lot of damage, just falls back into goalie. Lilybun making use of that extra movement speed that she does have on these momentum boots and walks up to apply some more pressure. Scyther gets his HP back now and will walk up front again as both barriers drop though. And flip comes out from Scyther, does not find the KO. Lilybun now holding on to this point, still has a flip for herself if she does need to use it.
Really great angle there from Average Alex. Helps get that last barrier though. I can't get there in time, although nice mix-up almost made it work out. Scyther really just going to retreat for the orb right now. We're going to have a roll swap again like you had mentioned, though. Lilybun goes really far in there, can't get back. Liari has a chance to get their hands on the ball here, though. A big 2v1 situation. The big flip is going to keep them safe. Whoa, crazy! Glitch Pop is also going to keep that point alive for Bunn Bunn Bonanza. Definitely necessary. The top spin's going to hold it as well. Here we go. Scyther12 trying to make it happen, though. The Crater Maker comes out. Lilybun can't hit it on the right side. Into a blob. Tries to pass to themselves here, though. Okay, scary situation here from Lilybun. Ends up stalling a little bit, but Average Alex can't get there in time. Now Maloom's going to try to hand it on over for the top side. Top spin. Liari strikes. And it's just... that's the top spin right there, right? That is exactly what you're trying to get done when you get that ball in the top spin with Kazan, bro. You gotta hold. You gotta have like the best reactions, man. It's tough, but you know, Fiery wins out on that one. And Average Alex, yeah, I felt like it was really involved. That whole set really gets first pick.
And also basically every single goal and gets rewarded with an adrenaline rush. So if you do have those KOs, this Luna's going to get all of her cooldowns back, essentially, and it's going to be, again, more difficult to be dealing with as the Super Surge finds its way onto Lilybun, an incredibly effective awakening for Amy as well. Ariel's going to help Scyther12 a little bit with those shotgun pellets, making him a bit more annoying to deal with. Twin Drive, great pickup for Fiery as well. A lot of damage from Kazan comes out of these secondaries. And also something to not underestimate, team player for Liari. We've seen a lot of core speed, we've seen a lot of chaos. Team player definitely helps your team a lot more in that regard. But you know what also helps? Just taking out the enemy. A beautiful Crater Maker from Average Alex there will find the KO on Lilybun. She can't really do anything about it as they get both barriers down and want to find the goal as well. Fiery, again, another KO for the side of PP Legends, and they're just kind of riding out this power play to eventually find the goal. But Liari and Lilybun holding strong for now. Cure will find its way past them in the end, though. The rocket will be enough to get it past Lilybun there. And PP Legends now, in a convincing manner, taking this first goal of this third set.
Yeah, they are looking quite good there. Got some great awakenings, too. Adrenaline Rush going to synergize perfectly with everything Luna stands for, lives for, the entire patch, dude, like we're saying. Just nothing but damage. Fiery gonna strike that one right through Lilybun. Gonna almost save it there with the glitch pop, but a lot of pressure just approaching there. Look at them all just, they had the ball for a second and then they were like, wait a minute, Guy is dying, let's go kill Guy. And, well, they didn't really lose anything for it other than, you know, dealing all that damage to Scyther. The Crater Maker's gonna help get that one through onto that barrier. The big finish is going to give the ball right to Fiery, who's ignoring it. Like I was saying, like, it just keeps happening, right? Like, you see a chance to get a kill. Why would you not take it? And Fiery doing that exact thing. Liari is also at no health. Going to split the scene here. Fiery with that flip, but not going to get too much more out of it, though. Fiery trying to get a combo here onto Liari. Yeah, finally gets it, chasing her around basically everywhere. Strike war situation. Lilybun wins out nicely. Some neutral advantage, gets it on through to Scyther, but Fiery's just there. Fiery's big, bro. He's got Demolitionist with that strike. Hard to get through, and now we're looking at the game point, set point, match point.
Yeah, the side of Bunn Bunn Bonanza, they have a lot of ways to injure the side of PP Legends, but it's difficult for them to actually pull through with it because PP Legends are playing so oppressively the way that they're still keeping up core pressure while doing all of that kind of like hurt, which makes it very difficult to properly play out, and they're just kind of suffocating in the defense. So even though on paper they have every single tool that they would need to find KOs, to find a power play for the side of Bunn Bunn Bonanza, they just can't actually find it, and they're just gonna be taken out continuously. Another power play now coming through for PP Legends, and I mean, you see the HP bars. It's not like Liari and Lilybun are extremely healthy themselves either here. The save does come through, but again, it's just so almost impossible to play with all of those abilities flying your way consistently. And PP Legends, they do find themselves a game 1 victory against Bunn Bunn Bonanza.
Oh man, a little Alt F4 there coming out from Liari. Maybe gonna fix on something with their internet or something, not really entirely sure. But either way, yeah, wow. Insane amount of damage. I mean, that whole last point started off because Average Alex decided to Crater Maker Lilybun, who had no evade, and then it was just Fiery, go get him, sick him boy. And it's eventually you just run out of stuff, and then while Fiery is just chasing Lilybun around, Scyther ended up getting staggered, probably due to like Average Alex's other moves, and then it was like Fiery ended up killing Scyther first. It was like, and then Ace. There's nothing much more to say there other than they are playing the patch correctly. Luna might be the winner the winner of the patch, guys. Luna, deal damage, kill people. It's just happening. We can see all the damage here. The numbers are pretty high. I mean, that was a pretty quick game. 14 minutes and 9 kills. I mean, that's a lot of downtime for the enemy team, especially with 20,000 damage on 2 players there. I mean, Pyre did nothing but damage. Even Average Alex doing damage and getting 150 redirects. Like, doing a lot that game. Oh, but it looks like Pyre actually stole the MVP. Lamau. Either way, gonna move on to the next game, which is probably gonna be on a stage that we all know and love. It's gonna be... Yeah, I didn't look. I forgot to look again.
Look either, but I'm sure it's gonna be a great one. But
oh yes, of course, at Lab. It just came to me. I did see it, but it just came to me. At Lab, yeah. So they're gonna go to At Lab, which is definitely like, you know, pretty nice and neutral. Like, what's going on this map? You know, is there an explosion? Yeah, pretty much. So if you wanted to play damage, go ahead. Go ahead and just throw the opponents into the black hole and just yeah. So we're probably gonna see a similar setup as we did last game. Luna, Finny, Kazan. I mean, it's like, do the damage, and then it's like, well, how do we kill them after we've done the damage? Oh, wait a minute. Crooked Leverage has 9,000 player knockback and has a 4-second cooldown. Well, let's fucking get Kazan on it, dude. Okay, got the team comp. Sorry, guys. I'm not really raging.
Dude, you're just processing what's going on right now. You know,
I'm
it's
watching the game,
adjusting
right?
to what's happening. Yeah.
I'm just watching.
I feel like as well a meta like this and what it's shaping up to be so far. It highlights mistakes a lot, right? Whereas in previous metas, you can mess up a strike every once in a while, you can mess up an evade every once in a while, and you'll still be fine. I don't think that's the case anymore. It turns so much more volatile, mistiming an evade of yours because, hey, whereas before you miss time and evade and oh cool, maybe I'm down to half HP, but I can still play for orbs and run around the map and try to contest something. Now that's just not a thing. You mess up an evade, you saw it multiple times today already. Your HP bar is gone if you're not just flat out dead as well. And that Luna pickup, that benefits so much from it as well, because it is going to be an evade game. It's going to be an energy game because you need to have these evades to avoid big hitting abilities. And Luna, with that Crater Maker, is arguably the biggest ability you can hit. And if enemy doesn't have any way to avoid it anymore, you know, tough luck. Talking about tough luck, extra special start. You know who likes extra special? Luna.
So I've heard, you know, but this is now, you know, we see Luna just going absolutely ballistic. You know, we did see Vice get banned in the last series. I don't know. I don't think they banned it last set. I'm not really sure. I didn't get to see because I am just such a good guy that is focusing on things
I
definitely.
think
But
last game they banned Vice and Zen because of impact. Because, you know,
okay,
funny
that makes
reasoning.
sense. That makes
Yeah.
sense. But now we open up a can of the can is not even a can. It's like a big old vat of worms. We have Luna and Vice both open. I think they're doing maybe the red thing where it's like let them have the best pick and then we'll just pick a mega combo double pick. That's like the funny thing that like could make red team good. Red side good, kind of good or whatever, but I don't know. It could use more testing. Rune. Remember? Do you remember what I said to you over the break? Are people seriously gonna ban Rune? Nah, right? We're done banning Rune. This patch could work. Huh? Hello? It's happened. Vice first pick. People. That's rough, man.
I feel like the rune ban, it's probably just coming from the fact that PPL Legends just have great rune players, right? Both Loom and Average Alex can pilot that pick, and with an extra special, it does get scary, right? That banish hurts a lot as well. I'm not even sure what the damage numbers are looking like if you could even go siphoning on it. So curious how that's gonna go. Maybe gonna boot up a custom game later. But it's not in this game. What's in this game though are 4 characters that absolutely love extra special. Vice, Finny, Luna, Amy. Kazan less, doesn't really enjoy extra special that much, but a lot of ultimates coming through on kickoff here, and a lot of hurt finding its way onto the enemy team for all of those characters.
Oh my god, dude. It's the same thing. We have instead of like Luna basically being the champion, we do have Vice. So it's like, you know, there is 2 gods that are on the opposite team. They're going to like clash with each other. That is a lot of horses. We got extreme horses in the chat right now on the screen. Incredible horses. But still, yeah, two gods will be playing against each other today, Vice and Luna, and things are going to be actually ballistic. We do have Kazan, though, the master of securing kills. Is on the Vice side, you know, Rasmus pretty good, but he kind of needs Mega Hook. Okay, we got Horses Beyond Space Time, literally eating popcorn. Excuse me, what is these things?
Yeah, uh, they're adding. They're adding. But I feel like as well, other than the Vice and the Luna, there's a lot of incredible like supporting casts around them as well, right? The Amy with the extra special being so efficient as well. It's a bit late for me, excuse me. But the Amy with the extra special gonna do so much in terms of like pressure, and the Amy's going into either the Finny or the Luna, which neither of them are extremely strong defensively. If they're faced with an Amy turret, they do have to find ways around it. And the Kazan, as you mentioned as well, really good at kill confirming with that crooked leverage, so that's going to come into play as well. On the other hand, you just have a lot of numbers, a lot of damage numbers with the Finny and the Luna can just completely take you out in a moment's notice. Erasmus also not bad at kill confirming, although his abilities are a bit longer and a bit more difficult to actually find the kill confirm in the end. But both teams very similar game plans going into this game.
Gonna go with definitely. Yeah, definitely similar game plans. Blow up the opponent, find a place where they've maybe already blown up, you know, do damage. Man, if only there were other words for damage. We'll find out later. But yeah, average Alex gonna be on the Vice here, man. Oh, big. Actually, I guess like technically the Luna is gonna have bigger shoes to fill, right? Because I feel like average Alex can just like do damage, smash, stagger people, and then Fiery just gets to finish them off, right? The other team, it's like Luna's gonna have to find, Liari's gonna have to find some good spots to like find those kills, and then it's like Scyther could help with the kills for sure, but we'll see. I'm gonna give the tiniest, even though Luna's the champ, even the Vice is in this game, I kind of think Luna is the champion. It feels easier to just evade Vice's ult instead of just like get comboed by. I don't know how to put this. Like I feel like Luna's more useful in more situations. Now that might just straight up be wrong, but I don't know. We're gonna have to see what's going on here. Both barriers are gonna be opened from Bunn Bunn Bonanza, or opened as Bunn Bunn Bonanza. Getting it on through there, though. Fiery can't maintain control of the ball just yet. No dribble in sight. Average Alex taking a little bit of damage here, though. Not everyone's level 2 just yet, but we are almost there. Things are going to be crazy in just a few seconds. Top spin on the bottom side. Smashes Liari. Almost staggered already, and this could be the start. Actually, the beginning of the end, really.
Yeah, most definitely. Core goes, red goes all around as well, as now Scyther is going to try to find the second barrier, but the side of PP Legends are just holding on so well defensively. And I do want to touch on what you were talking about before with like the effectiveness, and I agree with it, right? Because Liari with this Luna pick, her ultimate, she can kind of just pop it down anywhere on the map. You don't really have to commit yourself into any kind of specific positioning, which means at any point in time, Liari can just say, you know what? You're just paying an evade now, or you're wasting your flip even, or you're gonna lose a lot of your HP bar. Meanwhile, average Alex, he's gotta get into position first to get the ultimate out. And he's gonna have to commit to that position for a little bit. Which means in a direct ultimate one-to-one comparison, I would prefer the Luna ultimate. If you look at the entire kit though, Vice with that secondary, with that primary, just does so much damage output as well. Which I feel like edges it overall a little bit in favor of the side of PP Legends. But if it comes down to pure evade baiting, Liari is going to have the upper hand there. But we'll see how it's going to pan out, because the Bunn Bunn Bonanza, they're taking 2 barriers. Cypher 12 is in front of the net and will actually get the core through. Didn't even need the pendulum swing there. Loom not there in time to strike it out.
Yeah, you know, we see Scyther here with the Vamp Brace. Honestly, I saw them healing a bunch there, though. Vamp Brace might be the secret ticket for at least this game. Who knows if it's actually going to be useful in this patch while everyone has just 1 million Siphoning Wand damage. But maybe we'll be able to find that out by the end of this game. Big ult coming out in here, though. Lilybun with, like, the literal perfect strike there, though, is going to keep the barrier alive, although they will lose a member in the process there. Scyther, never seen again. Fiery looking a little bit weak. Wow, some ridiculous combo goes out there, though, and a power play for both sides here. Okay, insanity from Lilybun, spending the flip to just send the ball at 9 million right there. Liari Winning a situation there against Average Alex. Brings it on over here to Scyther, who has the Whiplash there. He's got a couple cooldowns, but Maloom going to spend that flip to make sure that that ball is not going in just yet. Liare goes for the strike mix-up, but Maloom and Average Alex were both ready for that one. Survives again. Really clutch situations here, though, for Maloom. Playing quite nice.
Definitely the defense holding on really strong from the side of PP Legends, but the pressure is not letting down. Bunn Bunn Bonanza are looking to get this point and want to get themselves a lead here as well, but the Amy turret will come out now to create more of that pressure, but a beautiful strike from Lilybun will actually keep the core out. Triple defense coming out there. Scyther 12 now tries to run up, but Maloom, calm and collected, has the strikes, has the clears. They are not able to get herself into a position where she would want to be, and unfortunately, Average Alex doesn't quite get the core angle he was wishing for. TPs to a secondary, but didn't get the strike on it anymore. And you also mentioned the Vambraces. I feel like Vambraces are a very valid pickup currently if you are on a character that is not aiming to damage dump. If you're on a character that is not aiming to be that damage menace, because it's going to help you a lot with survivability. You've seen it before, and we'll see it plenty of times this games as well. Scyther 12 can almost immediately fill up his HP bar again if he does happen to be low. So I feel like that Vambraces, they're gonna come into play and they're gonna be effective. Question just is, are they gonna be effective in time, or is he already dead by the time that he gets any core interaction or enemy interaction?
Yeah, we'll see. He has a couple cooldowns here, though. Getting a little bit of health there from the core is nice as well. Flip smashes it, and that was actually just flip on the core. Gained basically half their health bar just from that one, and steals that point, too. Okay, Bunn Bunn Bonanza now looking quite good. They're really trying to bring this series back here after that first game. Got the Finny Lilybun as their first pick. Sparks. Probably looking for something like Deadeye, but then that means Rasmus kind of has to take the heavy impact unless... Yeah, gonna end up having Rasmus get the heavy impact there. Really can't let that thing get to Vice. Things get a little bit too crazy to Vice, and now Luna doesn't have really all that much to take here, though. Glass Cannon, not so great. This draft was kind of messed up, because we got, like, literally all Sparks on deck. But, I mean, hey, getting Adrenaline Rush is pretty good. Although you do give Deadeye to the opposing team and Prize Fighter. Yeah, we'll see what happens, though. Even the winning team might have not won out in that spot. Kind of close, I think.
Yeah, it's difficult. There's probably a bunch of ways that draft can go. You have a lot of high priority awakenings coming through. The Deadeye, the Heavy Impact, the Adrenaline Rush, the Prize Fighter as well. They're just also important. I feel like overall, the side of Bunn Bunn did win out in the end, because Heavy Impact is now turning Scyther into a character as well that can play for those KOs and can do a lot of damage. You have the Glass Cannon on Liari, which arguably, I'm not sure how much it's gonna be up, because you are playing into a Vice that has a chain lighting that's gonna hit you quite often, but for the few moments where you do have that extra damage, it's gonna do a lot of work. And Lilybun with the Adrenaline Rush, also excellent for the Finny, right? Finny gonna be involved in a lot of KOs, which means just casually Lilybun is just gonna... 4-second points? What happened? Wait.
That was a big finish right there. Actually, it was a big opener, really. Get both of those barriers with the finish right there. Actually just puts it right on in there. That was a really quick 4-seconder. Probably won't be seeing that one again. Wink, wink. Point's going to start here, though. One barrier goes down here over the side of Bunn Bunn Bonanza. Towson's not going to make it happen. Average Alex gets in there with that secondary. Scyther spending the hook to grab that barrier for sure. Lilybun against Fiery here, though. Wins out in that interaction. Now again in the hands of Fiery, who's trying to move around the board just a little bit here, though. The orb's going to spawn in the center once again. Reinforces the core with the glitch pop. I like that one. Fiery steals it away. Yes! Kazan just has the moves, bro. He's never out of moves, and all you have to do to get the ball out of the big finish is spend a move at the right time. And nice work from Fiery there. Gets the whole point for that.
And surprisingly enough, even though a lot of strong damage awakenings have been picked up, I don't think we've seen a lot, if any, KOs so far. Just a lot of like hitting each other and being oppressive in terms of core control, but no one actually falling off the map, which is a bit surprising to be. And I jinxed it. My bad. Yes, that's also gonna take a lot of hurt here, but the Vambraces come through. You see that efficiency now, as a Sapnoise angle actually will not give PP Legends that barrier. They are still being incredibly oppressive about it, though, as Fiery fights for his life currently. But the barrier stands strong, and Bunn Bunn Bonanza now trying to mount their own attack on the defense from PP Legends. Will they find their way through, though? No, Average Alex finds the strike bar, wins, and oh yeah, the HP bars, eh? They used to be a thing.
I think Liari actually got crooked leveraged into the supernova there. It's kind of crazy. Not that it really mattered all that much. It was completely staggered. Either way, Scyther approaching here with that whiplash. Can't get it through. Average Alex gets stuffed by Lilybun through that flip. Scyther has a really tight dribble here, though. Liari almost gets there in time. So close. Lilybun winning that situation there, as well as going to nullify basically all of that pressure on up to Scyther. Once again, Bloom's going to whiff on the Cyber Swipe, which possibly could have resulted in a better situation. Fiery taking a lot of bit damage here, though. We mentioned it a little bit earlier. 30% on Finny's triple take now is so much more damage too, man. You can already see that the side of PPL is all staggered. Pretty much, yeah, gone with that heavy impact. Scyther getting a little stuffed there by the Firewall Sentry, but we do have a double power play here, though. Strikes it on forward, going to stall as long as they possibly can. Lilybun trying to keep flying to there, but wait.
Strike.
Wait, that wasn't the Average Alex, was it?
Who paid Alex? Who got him? Unfortunate there. I think Alex didn't think Bloom would get back in time, used the primary as like a last resort, and ended up just taking the current of net. But you know, it's fine. We're still at a 0.5. PP Legends, they do have a barrier. They're looking to get the second one as well. Lilybun does have a flip available for herself. So we'll see if that's going to come into play. Scyther 12 just gets taken off almost immediately. Barrier drops now as well as a grand finish. Will hold on to the defense for now, but Scyther 12 just fighting for his life right now. Does get an orb, but on the other hand, on the other side of the field, a lot of pressure mounting. And Bunn Bunn Bonanza holding on for now. Question is for how long, how much longer can they hold on to this point?
Yeah, goal is open, but they are keeping it going here, though. Big Finish gonna steal one of those barriers here. Nice glitch pop. I like that angle to really just get the ball to the opposing side of the board. Scyther taking a ton of damage. Fiery open thing strikes it. Just kind of smacks it on in there. No one is ready for Fiery to hit strike in that spot. Strike not usually used by a lot of Omega Strikers players, but that was the right time to use it. Fiery.
That's an interesting draft to get into now as well, because you have Specialized, great Kazan pickup, you also have Size, and you have a Vice further down the line that would like to get something like a Spec here as well. Stinger finding its way onto Fiery, gonna have that extra bit of pressure and that dot going onto the enemies into Specialized training. Together with extra special and Average Alex, that's gonna be quite a difficult ability to be dealing with now. Need to make sure you have your evades up whenever Alex gets close to you and starts casting that ultimate, because if you don't, yeah, I think you're gonna be taken off the map pretty swiftly.
Yeah, I'm gonna say PP Legends has really hit the money on that draft right there, getting Stinger, getting Specialized training, and now even all of that stuff going together with that prize fighter that Average Alex picked up a little bit earlier there, though. Going for the late game scaling, I see, as a lot of damage is currently being dealt to Bunn Bunn Bonanza. They do end up clearing the ball. Liari is actually just being a menace right now, getting nice positioning there, and ends up getting the barrier, although losing a player or actually gaining one in the process. PPL can't seem to defend that one just yet. Bunn Bunn looking good, even though I'm saying, hey, look, PPL's got the crazy awakenings here. Bunn Bunn might be able to make it work.
What they have in their favor is the fact that Lilybun was able to pick up a prime time, which is going to help a lot with keeping up pressure for this Finny, right? Having that extra bit of either A, kill confirm, or B, just pure core control, because you're just going to be tossing these abilities into the enemy's face consistently, is going to make quite a difference. But for now, Liari taken off the map, barrier now falling as well. Lilybun trying to hold on to this, but while they're trying to defend, they're just losing their HP bars so consistently, which makes it very difficult to play out properly. They do get a little bit back now as they're regenning slowly but surely, but with the HP bars regenning, the cooldowns are coming back as well, and Bloom just absolutely saw what Scyther was going for there, plays it to the corner, follows it up with a Cyber Swipe glitch pop flip combo, completely takes him out, and well defended. The point's still alive, and actually you get a KO back as well. Excellently defended. I don't know how Bunn Bunn did this.
Wait, are these guys NASL players? They are all playing actually insane right here. I feel like Maloom is literally in the future for the most part. Actually just playing so crazy here. PPL stealing another kill here, though. Power play could finally result in the end of this point. Oh, it actually results in the barrier, man. I couldn't even talk while it was happening. Lily Bunn, oh, almost, man. But, they finally clutch it out. PPL makes it happen during that power play. I mean, that was a crazy kill from Maloom. I just want to say, like, on the left side, man, Maloom, like, planned that from the beginning, and I saw it. I saw it happen in slow motion.
Yeah, playing with, like, positioning the enemy for you, you know, playing towards the edge there, making sure that they have to go contest the core and just being ready to punish it if they do go for it, because if they don't go for it, I mean, hey, you got a free clear. So excellently played there for Maloom. I also, Alex is on 6 prize fighter.
Oh.
Yeah, ooh, almost.
6?
The flip is there. 4, my bad.
Oh my god,
Staying alive is hard as well, because I don't know where Bunn Bunn went. They're just taking a holiday, I think.
Oh my god, I didn't read the patch notes that thoroughly, and you mentioned 4 before, and I was like, oh, what an interesting change when you said 6, and I was like, oh, excuse me, man, there's just simply no way with this patch that they hit 6 prize fighter stacks, but it was all a ruse, no problem, bro, it's just damage, just get over it. Maloom getting kind of hooked all over the place here, though. Lily Bunn can't seem to save that bottom barrier, though. Fiery trying to get it past Liari here, though, with the hook. Can't seem to make it happen, though. Average Alex kind of helping to defend Maloom in this situation against Scyther, and they do actually end up getting the barrier, too, while defending. Although Fiery now looking at just about 0 health here, though. Maloom is going to have to work a little hard to get this one out of here, though, not being assisted by the Atlas hole there. It's going to be a rough spot to get it on through. We got cooldowns from Scyther. Really can't get it through, man. This is pretty rough.
Yeah, it's difficult for them to put themselves in a position where they can secure a goal, right? That's why they've been playing Soul for these KOs as well as much as they possibly can, because that gives you that liberty to be playing in the field as openly as you want. Having both sides on 3 members, that is just going to make it more difficult. And you can see that play out, because both sides are finding really good strikes. They're finding a lot of pressure as well, but neither of them can really get themselves into a strong scoring position. You have, like, essences of it coming out every once in a while, but then a nice cyber swipe from Loom will completely shut down an attack, and then suddenly Lily Bunn with a beautiful triple take will actually shut down that play, and it's just difficult. It turns into a kind of like tossing around the core back and forth, see who finds that one crucial strike war win first. And as it stands right now, actually, Scyther is going to be the one to find this goal with the hook and the flip invested for it. We're in a 0.5, and with some of the awakenings that are still available to be picked up, I feel like this set could be quite an important one.
Especially with Average Alex at 4 prize fighter stacks still. They have not been taken off the map yet. Keeping all of these stacks. Everyone's gonna have to get the heck out of the way, because everyone literally loses their entire health bar to that supernova, as we thought might happen, and it's gonna be probably a relatively easy goal to finish this one up. Oh man, Lily Bunn and Liari, dream team right now, keeping this one alive. Oh my god, boosts into space, into the future. A flip there from Fiery for a kill, but doesn't actually get the ball. It's now Scyther's turn to play on the dream team. Fiery has a hook as well, Scyther. It's so tough. Oh, okay, really good strike there from Alex. Actually got the stun before the ball got hit by the Thunderstrike. So I mean, yeah, that was that will score. You strike the ball that precisely. Yeah, that'll do it.
Yeah, most definitely. And yeah, they're like really good defense from the side of Bunn Bunn Bonanza there, but there's just only so much you can do when you're gonna get hit by a 180 power Vice with specialized training on your ultimate. And that damage is not slowing down. You get missile propulsion out. Timeless Creator for Lily Bunn gonna help a little bit. But I feel like another like twin drive from Loom gonna help so much with keeping the core up. To the team player for Liari could be a difference maker of like getting the play to switch very fast, but I'm not sure if it's gonna be enough. You have Fight or Flight on Scyther as well, which is usually a pretty strong pickup, but looking at the entirety of the draft, it seems increasingly more difficult for the side of Bunn Bunn Bonanza to really stay alive and stay involved in the play.
Yeah, especially with, man, that was a pretty powerful draft, I'd say, for both teams. They actually got some meaningful awakenings here. Liari, with that team player, could make things pretty interesting. You know, really quick passes on over to Scyther, really interesting back passes there to Lily Bunn could make some stuff happen, but that ain't sure as heck ain't gonna do damage. And that's kind of the name of the game right now, as we can see everyone kind of wanting to grab these orbs. Now it's Lilybun, who's on really the back end here, though, gets blasted across the board. Fiery has multiple moves to move you. Multiple moves to move you to make sure that that kill is completely secured. Scyther and Liara are going to defend for their life, stalling as long as they possibly can, and in it goes. Fiery, the assistance of Average Alex, and Maloom is going to secure that one. At this point, I mean, when you're in these power plays, and like sometimes you can't score, no one can survive the onslaught of 2v3 abilities, so you would just be able to like stagger somebody in like the worst case scenario there too. So power plays are just insanely valuable, obviously. I don't even have to.
Yeah, I mean, especially with how the game's been going as well, more often than not, you can turn one power play into a second one, right? Because while they're trying to defend 2v3 somehow, you can just damage jump into them, because if they don't contest the core, you're gonna be scoring on them. So it makes it increasingly more difficult to play when you do have that deficit and when that snowball starts going, as a barrier does drop there miraculously to get a KO for it as well. Bunn Bunn Bonanza here actually with a beautiful play, even though they were down there.
No way!
They do find it inside there with a mix-up.
Neither of them flipped. How did neither of them flip? Oh my god, it was, they both were just like, oh, that was kind of, I don't even know what was going on there. That neither of them flipped. Like, what? That was crazy. I loved that. I love things. Holy shit, that was awesome.
I saw that Vice Ultimate charging and I knew it was gonna happen. They already took a little bit of a vacation, but it's worth it in the end because Scyther was able to get that flip up front, get the goal as well. And now Bunn Bunn Bonanza are put in front of only one goal more, and then they can go into a set 5 situation here, which I don't know what's left in draft, but I feel like it can only be bad.
Bulk up, probably. I don't know. I'm just guessing, but yeah, Average Alex working on these prize fighter stacks as well is certainly not going to make things easy here for Bunn Bunn Bonanza. Lilybun's going to defend that last barrier. Fiery trying to get some mix-ups in there, but both are going to hold until Average Alex smashes it on in there with the Supernova. Once again, nicely redirected into the barrier there from Maloom. Trying to make sure that one falls down, although getting a little bit too close to the edge there. Fiery finds themselves, or sorry, yeah, no, Fiery finds himself on out of there. Nice strike war win there from Scyther. Ooh, Lilybun giving you the ball at red speed is going to be great. Advantage. Scyther, now the first to pick their Awakening. What are we going to get? What is left? Some Psy? They look bulk up. I was right.
Yeah, bulk up is valuable as well. It gives you some stagger, but I do wonder where it's going to go because 1-2 punch again, really strong pickup. Hotshot still on the board as well. A lot of these characters would enjoy themselves a little bit of Hotshot, but the size is going to be it for Scyther, and it makes sense. You do want to have the, first of all, the revive, which can do a lot for you as well, and it just allows you so much more area to be working with all of your abilities essentially just enhanced. 1-2 punch, bulk up, Hotshot, all being picked up. No big surprises there, as it's just gonna make the numbers go a bit bigger whenever you hit an ability. And last but not least, Orb Replicator for Liari. You know, it could be the difference maker if you get enough orbs to get a little bit more of aids. She didn't have a lot to choose from anymore, to be fair, but we'll see how it's gonna pan out. The Scyther 12 almost immediately loses Recovery Drone already.
Yeah, I mean, that was an interesting pick, Recovery Drone. Like, obviously, it's like fair to get size onto Rasmus. I think it might have ended up being a more tactical pick to keep the size maybe away from Kazan in a way where your team still gets some good stuff, like bulk up. Because, like, I feel like if there wasn't maybe Kazan, maybe we would have had bulk up onto Scyther. It feels very valuable here. But, man, running on down the board. Yeah, just the cooldowns coming in hot. Rasmus really good at making very good single strong plays, kind of like Juliet, right? Like you go on in there with the whiplash and you're ready to spend everything for just like a really good pressure attempt, and it's going to be just very difficult to defend against what you're about to be doing here. Maybe spend a resource or two, but yeah, nice work there from Scyther. As this point's going to start off once again, Scyther looking kind of weak here with the health. I mean, smashes the Supernova. Everyone is weak. Fiery can kind of just spend their time killing stuff. Absolutely. There you go. Lilybun trying to defend from afar, not really trying to get involved in Fiery's onslaught there. 1-1 here for the last set, man. PPL is trying to close this out, and Bunn Bunn's trying to keep themselves in.
Yeah, and I feel like that's why Bunn Bunn has been looking a lot more stronger as well. And it's just, I think Scyther is just playing really well at this point, just kind of doing such a good job at keeping that core control. Oh my god, where'd he go? Recovery drum pop now, but that's why you end up picking that Awakening. Now you do have that extra life, you don't lose that power play, but Scyther's been playing so well in front of the net, making it so difficult for Loom to do anything defensively. And it shows, because otherwise we wouldn't be in the set 5 right here, and potentially point 5. We'll see how it's going to pan out. But abilities coming through. Scyther gets a flip, gets both barriers with it. Again, he's doing his magic up front, as the open goal is now on the side of PP Legends. They do have 2 flips, one being used now by Fiery. They want to get this barrier, but they can't find it. Lilybun uses of her flip as well, as the damage is finding its way. Liari not taken out yet, almost gets a score, but Loom with a beautiful strike will stop that almost immediately. And more importantly, they get a KO on average Alex, removing one of the prize fighter stacks. And Alex had a flip as well, so you don't have to worry about that anymore. Bunn Bunn now actually the team in the power play has to get another KO. 1v3 back to a 1v2 now, but Liari, Scyther, and Lilybun surely to make short work of this. No, Loom holds it. Lilybun not able to get into the core in time to stop that, as we're back to a 3v3. Core still firmly in the half of PP Legends, but they do get the core out. The barrier's still alive. Scyther 12 now finds the angle, gets it past the third. Excellent angle there, as now Bunn Bunn Bonanza are 1 point away from evening out the series.
Yeah, really close call here, though. PPL gonna try to get some more kills here for sure. Maloom starting off hard with the combo there, dealing damage straight to Liari. Scyther gonna spend the hook there. The ball is gonna kind of whiff just for a moment, but it's gonna give a strike reset, a flip. Resource spent there from Maloom. It's not gonna get a barrier just yet, but it does clear the ball, although it is kind of drifting on back into that top left corner. For us, of course, not for them. It is a little bit mirrored, but no, nonetheless, we do have a supernova there from Alex. Is going to secure the next power play. Fiery is going to easily take out Lilybun for the most part, spending all of these evades. Now it's just Liari to defend on the bottom side. Can't hold against both. Fiery helping is there to help it through in case anything goes wrong. Average Alex sets it on through. And now, once again, we have a literal match point here for both teams. It's tight.
Yeah, and it's going to come down to what's going to happen first. Is Bunn Bunn Bonanza going to be able to find the pressure and get both the barriers fast enough, because they're looking really strong to do so. Open goal already makes it more difficult for PP Legends to play this out properly, but they immediately answer themselves with a double barrier. 2 open goals now, so it's just going to come down to who's going to find that strike first, who's going to find that decisive hit first, as both teams are kind of running after the core, trying to get it into a solid position. Fiery has a flip soon, Loom has a flip soon, but a lot of ultimates coming out. Defense held though, the flip comes out. Scyther not able to time that just right. Fiery has a flip now. Surely gonna try to use this offensively here, as Lilybun has a flip of her own as well. Flip comes out, strike comes out, but defended from the side of Bunn Bunn Bonanza, and the core is still alive. Lilybun now with a flip is still available. Hasn't had to use it yet, needs to use it now. Others would have gone through, but no, the core bounces around again. A lot of damage means a lot of core speed, and we can see that right now. Scyther 12 trying to walk up, but no, it's still alive somehow.
Yeah, overtime is now taken over. Scyther's looking at just about no health. They may have switched their sights to just try to get a kill and make this point so much easier. Although Scyther does have Van Brace, as we talked about multiple times. Man misses the pendulum swing, just not big enough size. Lilybun trying to hit it on over to Liari. Scyther is completely staggered now. Can finish the point though, with just nothing left. And no, it's going to be Average Alex getting the power cord and sending him on off. Average Alex approaching with flip here though. Has Fiery on the back end, but it's going to be a great finish. Just going to keep it on in. Crooked leverage strike from Fiery is just enough. Everyone's out of cooldowns. It's over. PPL takes it in another crazy, ridiculous game. 2-0 over Bunn Bunn Bonanza.
What a crazy point in the end. I feel like at so many points, either of the teams could have found it, but in the end, PP Legends were the team to do so. And 53,000 damage on Alex. Oh man, that's Vice character, I think, actually. Look at the KO numbers as well. 18 KOs off of PP Legends.
Yeah, 18 kills on PP Legends. And that's a lot of kills, dude. You know, 9 is not 18. In fact, it could be double that. It could be. We get some mathematicians on that one, but it could be double. That's a lot of downtime as usual, but that wasn't a particularly short game. There could have been so many more kills there. I mean, 27 minutes they were almost tame. I'd say almost tame. 53,000 Lamau, dude. That's a 27-minute game. Baby numbers. No, but for real though, that was a really intense game. We can see the redirects are hitting 200, almost 250 here though from Maloom, getting really active there though. I really like plays that Maloom is going for there, but man, very similar to like the last game, bro. We just have the damage coming in hot though. The siphoning wands are just showing up. They're doing so much work. And maybe this is just how the meta is going to unravel for a while. I mean, we could maybe for the rest of the day, we might be able to see some other like main deck core control gamers. Who knows? Maybe Atlas. Like honestly, I mean, it's damage comp. Atlas is pretty good at healing, keeping people alive. Atlas might actually show up. He could come and hang out for the day, but I don't know. We'll see what happens there. Sloth. What else do we say to the people other than damage and similarities of such?
I mean, I feel like we can just say what's always been said so far, and the season is just going to be incredibly interesting as it's going to pan out, because both times the team with the worst score so far have gotten the victory, which means it just all evens it out again. Everyone's just going slowly but surely to that like 4-5, 5-4 score line, which makes it so exciting as well to see how that's going to end up. But yeah, I mean, that's one point. The other one's do damage. It's going to be a lot of damage, and I don't think that's going to change unless we get maybe a small like adjustment. Aesop, help.
Yeah, things might change. No, like you said, that's definitely very important to note that the team that was in the deficit there actually ended up winning. So now we're closing the gaps a little bit there. The NASL has never been closer in skill. Everyone has been saying, I think so too. I think it's really important to keep that in mind. Now all the teams are getting way closer in skill and into the standings. But that is certainly going to be it for us. Really sick sets there, Sloth. Guys, we're not done yet. As usual, stay tuned. The next match coming up is going to be Weasel Bees against Return to Form. It's going to be incredible. Stay tuned. So many more matches coming up in a few minutes.